Hey, we're back for the second video on the heart. Last time we kind of did the right side, today we're going to do the left. Okay, so last time we pretty much ended with the two pulmonary arteries, boom, boom, taking deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Notice that these guys are blue. That means they're deoxygenated. All right, they're still arteries because they're going away. Arteries go away from the heart. So eventually the blood gets to the heart, dumps CO2, picks up oxygen, and gets to the lungs rather, dumps CO2 and picks up oxygen, and then comes back to the heart via 1, 2, 3, 4 pulmonary veins, 2 from each side. And we're going, this big region back here is the left atrium, the back wall of the left atrium. If we spin around a little bit, we've got the left auricle, which looks kind of like a little ear, like its name supposedly implies. If we open up the atrium, there we have another fossa ovalis, that same depression we saw on the right side that used to be the foramen ovale. Right here we see the opening to go down to the left ventricle, and we can even see the flaps of the mitral or bicuspid valve. Only 2 flaps on this one, tricuspid on the right, bicuspid on the left. If we spin back around, we see the left ventricle. We see the chordae tendineae in there, the strings, anchored to a big old papillary muscle. Now here's an important point. The left and right ventricle are going to pump the same amount of blood on average, but the left one has a harder job. It pumps the blood farther against greater resistance. Thus it needs a thicker wall. But they pump the same amount. They don't pump the same amount. Something terrible is going to go wrong. And yeah, hopefully you'll be asked that on your exam somewhere. Which one pumps more? You got to get it right. We see some trabeculae carneae in there as well. Now from the left ventricle, blood is going to go upward into the aorta, and we can see the aortic semilunar valve right there. Now when the left ventricle squeezes, it forces the bicuspid valve to slam shut. Remember, the chordae tendineae, the papillary muscles, prevent the valve from flipping upward, from prolapsing, and that would be bad. Eventually, the ventricle generates enough pressure to open this semilunar valve and force blood upward. Now, when these 2 valves shut, that's going to create the first heart sound, the lub sound that you hear when you listen to a heartbeat. Now, blood rushes up into the aorta. We have an ascending part right here. Then we have a curvy part, which is the aortic arch. And cut off right here is the descending part, which goes down to around the belly button area. Now, blood in here will try and flow backwards. When it does try and flow backwards, it's going to close the semilunar valve. And when the 2 semilunar valves shut, that creates the second heart sound, the dup sound that we hear. Okay, what else? Coming off the ascending aorta, we've got the right coronary artery. There is a left one as well. We just kind of don't see it buried under here. We also see other coronary arteries. They have names. We're not going to do that right now. We see other coronary veins as well. And remember, we see the coronary sinus here too. Let's keep going. Almost done. We get up into the aortic arch right here. We have 3 major branches off the aortic arch. We've got the brachiocephalic artery, which goes to the right shoulder, right neck, right head. We've got the left common carotid artery, which is going to go up into the left neck and left head. We've got the left subclavian artery, which is going to go into the left shoulder and left arm. Notice that they are in alphabetical order: brachiocephalic, left common carotid, left subclavian, so there's no excuse for messing that up. And with that, I think we're done. We're totally done with the heart. See you later.
They should be able to trace blood flow.
And yeah, we got to remember to be able to trace blood flow. You should be able to start somewhere and name every single chamber vessel valve through which blood is going to pass. You must be able to do that. All right, adios.